What is up, guys? I already got paid from my dividend investments, and I'm going to go over those and another dividend payer that I'm looking at. And I want to inspire you to see if you can start doing this today. You can start getting set up to be paid long term right away. So, first, these are the dividends that I got paid in April and May, and they're already growing. Now, I set up automatic buys in Robinhood into these accounts, and you will see that it's split between a Roth IRA and a regular account. And I'm going to go over in another video the differences, but either way, just the regular account you can get going very quickly. And I'll show you one other new stock that I'm looking at buying. This is not financial advice. I think that it can be good to buy assets that pay you, and I want to encourage you to learn about what would it look like to set up automatic investing that then starts to pay you back within a month of setting up those investments. So in May, I already got paid over $10 between these two, and I'll put this together in more of a chart, and we're going to watch this grow together, and you can get started with this yourself. This is one of the new stocks that I'm also looking at. Just so you know, the one that I'm holding here is CLOZ, Clause, and the purpose of this fund is to stay very stable. We went over, should stay around between 26 and $27, and the yield is 8.6%. The other one is JEPQ, and the yield is 11.23%. And the new one that I just found out about is SPYI, and so I'm going to do a little more research into this one. This one's a lot like the JEPQ. The SPY should basically be stable around this range and over a period of time. Um, Not really go up or down a lot with the markets, but should be more of a dividend payer at this 12.98%. Has a higher expense ratio, but I recently read something um, that makes this fund a good idea. And I'm going to go over my plan and how I'm going to grow it. And I want to inspire you to learn about whether you can do this. And I'm going to try to show the payouts from Robinhood. Um, so, right now, how I'm set up, I'm just going to do an 11-year and show you what can be done with this. Um, so, again, this is investor.gov, and you just search for compound interest calculator. There's more complex calculators, but this one's good enough. Um, so right now, what I'm working with started with I have 1,600 across those two accounts right now. I'm probably going to focus on the non-Roth IRA one um, in the near future. And what I want to shoot for right now is $150 a month, and I'm going to spread this across a few more funds. Is kind of the plan. I'm going to add this other fund that I recently found. Um, Likely, I'm going to do a little more research, but um, it seems good. And so right now I'm going to try to do $150 a month. The younger you are and you start doing this, the more that this builds. And this is not to say there aren't other types of investing, but this could be part of a larger strategy. So I'm going to put in 11 years. My starting amount that's already in there, $150 a month. Um, with these funds, um, this one is 8.6%. Like I showed you, you do have to minus off the expense ratio. This one's 11.23, and this one is 12.98. And just to be a little bit conservative, I'm just going to put in 9% interest rate as kind of a mix of these. And then we're compounding monthly because these all pay monthly. And I'm going to hit calculate. Um, in 11 years, you will have $37,000. That is a little less what I'm interested in. I'm going to show you a couple other things going on with this, and then I like to click down here to show table and see if I can zoom in some. And so we're looking at the middle column, which is the 9%. So let's say we get to year 11, and I'll pull up a calculator here. Let's say we get to year 11 and it's 3,000 or 37,916. Now let's say I stop contributing at year 11. Um, I'll use the same interest rate, 9%. So if I just did this for, I mean, we're halfway through the year, so I'm just going to say about 10 years. And then I just let the 37,000 ride, it would be paying 3,412 per year, which translates to $284 a month. And right now it's making about $10 a month. So that is what we would get with this kind of setup. Once again, if I can make more and put in $200 a month instead, that's going to bring us to $49,000. So if I put that in, we'll just round it off. 49 times 0.09, which is our 9%. We're bringing in $4,400 a year, which is $367 a month. The whole idea of this is to buy assets that start paying dividends right away. Lastly, let's do a calculation if you were to start today and say, well, I think you have to put something in to start an account. So let's say you start with $10 and you can do $100 a month. We'll do this 11 years again and 9%. Calculate. So this figure's looking a little bit less, but if you show the table, we can pick different points in time. So let's say you just wanted to grind and do this $100 a month. And one of the things to think about is the cost of the money that you're spending today, right? So are there things that you purchase that you can cut down on and instead put it into your future self that could pay off. So let's say we stopped at year 5, 7,005, we'll just call it 7,500 times our 9%. That's 675 a year, or $56 a month, which you can already figure out what types of things those would cover. Or let's say, you know, you saved that up and wanted to spend it every 2 months, you'd have an extra $112 per month that you could spend. You do have to minus off taxes out of that, but you get the idea. Lastly, um, let's say you really cut down some expenses. You're starting from pretty much zero, but what happens if you could increase your earnings or really stop buying a lot of stuff you didn't need, and you grinded really hard from 20 to 30 years old to and we're putting in $500 a month for those 11 years starting at $10. Now we're talking 112,000 in that 11 years. Part of the reason I'm doing the 11 years is just so I don't have to minus off what we put in. This is still all just an estimate. If you did that for 5 years, then we're at 37,000 in the 5 years, and that's going to be 3,300 a year, or you're talking $270 a month, $500 every 2 months. If we went all the way to year 11 and then we just stopped at that point, 112,000 times 9%. So now we're looking at $10,000 a year, and that's $840 a month. One of the other things we can look at is what was everything that we put in to get to that year 11. So at 11 years, our total net worth is 112. And I'm not saying you can't do other types of investing during this time, but we said 500, so $500 a month times 12 months times 11 years. So that means over that time we put in 66,000 and we got to 112. So you can see how if I had just saved that as cash, we've not quite, but almost doubled it in the 11 years. But what's more interesting to me is that 112,000, if we keep the dividends rolling and we just stop putting any money in, we're making that $840 a month. But if we stop putting the 500 in, now we've got essentially $1,300 that we wouldn't have been spending otherwise. So this channel, we're going to be growing this, and I already got these payments back, and that's just from the 1,600 that I've put in so far. I've got some automatic payments set up, and we're going to see how this grows. And leave a comment if you are interested in doing the same kind of thing. One more thing that I'll cover is one reason I may want to do this inside of a regular account. I guess even a Roth IRA could work, is because there could be other market opportunities that are really good that I can switch to, and then switch back, but you'll lose the dividend in that month. And um, these higher payers, this 11%, 12%, what I like is the idea that these are going to be paying out. So that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.